Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that's totally changing the game: how to take a standard business plan and turn it into a powerful, modern blueprint for success. So let's dive right in. So let me ask you something right off the bat. Is your business plan really built for the world we live in now, or the world it used to be? Because a plan that's only focused on profit, well, that's a plan for yesterday. And honestly, in today's world, that's not just old-fashioned, it's actually pretty risky. The blueprint for tomorrow looks completely different, and it's built on two really powerful new pillars that we're about to get into.
Okay, so our first pillar, it's all about people. We're talking about ethics, which is really the true foundation of any business that wants to be resilient and successful today.
Now, this definition is a really great place to start, but, the key insight here is what it's not saying. See, real business ethics isn't just about ticking the legal boxes to stay out of trouble. It's about creating a proactive code of conduct. It's a promise, really, to be fair and responsible to every single person your business comes into contact with.
And look, don't mistake this for some fluffy, feel-good exercise. This is all about smart, strategic advantage. Think about it. When you build trust, you're building a rock-solid reputation. When you act fairly, you sidestep all those costly legal headaches. And when you treat people well, you inspire a kind of fierce loyalty. And that, right there, is the secret sauce for long-term survival.
And this slide just illustrates the difference perfectly. On one side, you've got Clonakilty Food Co., a brand that built its entire reputation on a foundation of trust by supporting local farmers, treating staff well, the whole package. And on the other, you have the Debenhams closure, where the poor treatment of employees during redundancy led to huge public criticism and completely shattered trust. One built value, the other basically set it on fire.
All right, let's move on to our second pillar and see how this all connects. A business plan for tomorrow can't just be about people. It has to have a real, concrete plan for the planet. And that is where sustainability comes in. Now, you've probably heard this definition before, but it is a classic for a reason. It's just so powerful in its simplicity. It's all about balance, right? Using our resources responsibly today so that we don't screw things up for tomorrow. You can think of it as a long-term vision for both survival and prosperity.
And, you guessed it, just like with ethics, the business case here is absolutely undeniable. Reducing waste and energy used directly saves you money. A strong green plan is a magnet for today's customers and investors. And crucially, it future-proofs your business for a world where environmental standards are only going to get tighter. Speaking of targets, what's this number all about? 51%. Well, that is Ireland's legally binding target to cut greenhouse gas emissions by the year 2030. That single number completely transforms sustainability from a nice-to-have into an absolute economic and legal must-do for every single business in the country.
You want to see a sustainability plan in action? A really dramatic one? Look no further than Bord na Móna. This was a company whose entire business was based on peat extraction, an industry that, let's be honest, had no long-term future. But they made a plan, and they completely reinvented themselves as a leader in renewable energy. That is a total masterclass in strategic, sustainable planning.
So here's the crucial point to all of this. Ethics and sustainability, they aren't separate little add-ons to your business plan. When you actually weave them into the very fabric of your plan, they become the engine that drives modern success.
In fact, when you start planning this way, you see its power pop up across every key area of a thriving business. Starting with entrepreneurial thinking. Take Applegreen. When they saw the huge shift to electric vehicles, they didn't see a threat to their petrol stations. They saw a massive opportunity and pivoted to building EV charging hubs. That's what planning for the future looks like. It also shows you're financially savvy. These days, investors and agencies like the local enterprise office, they don't just want to see profit margins. They require credible green plans because sustainability is now a core part of proving your business is actually financially viable. And of course, it drives digital transformation. Look at An Post. They use technology to optimize their delivery routes, which cuts emissions and improves their service at the same time. In every single one of these cases, this new blueprint becomes the tool that unlocks innovation and efficiency.
Okay, so let's bring this all together. Building ethics and sustainability into your plan isn't about compromise. It's not about extra costs. It's about creating a powerful, undeniable strategic advantage.
This quote really just gets right to the heart of it. This isn't optional anymore. It's not a choice. It is the absolute core of any business plan that hopes to be successful and relevant in the years to come. So we'll leave you with this final thought. The game has changed. Yeah, profit is still important, of course it is, but it's no longer the only goal. The real winning businesses of tomorrow will be the ones that create real, lasting value for their people, for the planet, and yes, for their bottom line.